Hey guys, welcome to reading. Today we're just going to be answering some comprehension questions about the story that we read on Tuesday, The Monkey, the Mirror, and the Red Paint. So you're going to need your textbook scans. The workbook page we're going to be completing is actually page 125. But of course, we're going to be needing our story in order to answer these questions, and the story is in pages 315 until 319. So make sure that you're prepared for with those materials, and let's go ahead and get started. So the story was about our monkey named Bombay, and this was a frame story, meaning that another person was telling this story, right? There are these kids around the campfire, and this man was telling them this parable. And the parable was, like I said, about the monkey named Bombay. And if you remember, he found a pot of red paint and put his head inside it. So Twigga the giraffe told him to go look at himself in the mirror and take a mirror in the hospital. And then Bombay goes to get the mirror, and then he plays around with it, annoys a couple of friends and family members, and then at the end he learns that he should have used the mirror for its real purpose. And the lesson taken from this story was that the Bible is also like the mirror. So let's go ahead and answer these comprehension questions now that we did a brief summary. Number 1, what did Bombay enjoy doing near the jungle hospital besides spending his time in mischief? So go ahead and pause the video, kind of do a little searching, and let me know what your answer is. Okay, so I actually found it in this paragraph, so I wrote number 1 here, so this might help you. So go ahead and look here to kind of see if you can find the answer. What is another hobby that Bombay enjoyed doing besides spending time in mischief? Well, it tells us here. So Bombay was a tan-colored monkey who was interested in everything and who spent much of his time both in mischief and in rummaging in the rubbish heap. So that means going through trash. So you can say Bombay enjoyed rummaging in the rubbish heap. Or if you want to use simpler terms, you can say going through trash. So that was his hobby. Number 2, what treasure did Bombay find that alarmed or surprised Twigga? So again, I marked number 2 here. So go ahead and read this section on your own. Pause the video and write down what you think your answer is. All right. It says one morning he found an object that gave him no little joy. It was a nearly empty pot of red paint. And Twigga the giraffe saw it and thought thoughts of alarm or surprise. So what is the treasure that Bombay found? A pot of red paint. Great job. Number 3, why did Twigga the giraffe want Bombay to look in the mirror at the hospital? So why does the giraffe tell the monkey to look in the mirror? Okay, number 3 is over here. Page 316, around this area. So go ahead and pause, read it, and write down what you think your answer is. All right, let's go ahead and read this together. Oh, ball of mischief, if you go carefully to the pawpaw tree at the hospital and look through the door, you'll see a small shining sort of window. Look into it and you'll look back at yourself. The useful object is called a mirror. It is a thing of true wisdom. With it, you'll be able to see your trouble and remove it. So the reason is because he wants the monkey to see his trouble and remove it. What is the trouble that he got into though? Exactly. He put his face in the red paint and now there's paint all over his face. So what would be our answer here? Yeah, so Tuga wanted Vunbei to see his face covered in paint and remove it, right? Number 4, why did Vunbei feel satisfied? So he felt very proud of himself and happy when the jackal, the lion, and his friends looked at him with the mirror. So Vunbei is hanging around with this mirror. Why does he feel so satisfied when his friends look at him? So number 4 is actually over here. So go ahead, pause the video, read the section, and write down your answer. Okay. He was about to look at himself when Jackal passed. Vunbei was pleased to see the way the hyena's partner looked at the mirror under his arm. Even the wife of Simba the lion stopped and looked at him, a thing she'd never done before. Monkey then made a tour of the larger bamboo trees to impress both friends and relation. He felt warm in his inner monkey as he saw eyes turned towards him and mouths that moved behind hands. Vunbei made self-satisfying noises. So why is he so happy right now? He feels very proud and he likes the attention. So that's my answer. You might have a little bit of a different answer. That's totally fine. You should definitely try to write everything in your own words. And number 5, how is the Bible like a mirror? So number 5 is actually in the last page, page 319. So we kind of talked about this at the end of Tuesday's class. How is the Bible like a mirror? How are they similar? So go ahead, pause the video, read this section, and write down your answer. All right. So it says the Bible is the great mirror because if you read it, then you see yourself exactly as God sees you. It is to be read, not merely carried. So you shouldn't just carry it around, you should also read it. A closed Bible on a shelf does little for its owner. The man who looks into the perfect mirror of God's law, the law of liberty, and makes a habit of so doing, is not the man who sees and forgets. He puts the law into practice and wins true happiness. So what did you guys write? How is the Bible similar to a mirror? I'll say the Bible is like a mirror because through it, we can see ourselves the way that God sees us. So it reflects us, right? If your answer is a little different, that's totally fine again. Let's go ahead and do the second section. Write the correct character for each description. So we're going to be looking at some descriptions of characters and we're going to match each description to the character. So we got Vunbei the monkey, Nayani, who is Vunbei's uncle, Tuga the giraffe, Loa the tortoise, Bibizi the hyena, and Dottie the missionary, the person that's telling the story, okay? All right, number 1. This character said that the mirror is a thing of true wisdom. All right, let's go to the very beginning. Who said that the mirror is a thing of true wisdom? So I highlighted it here. Go ahead and read this area. So yes, Johanna is the one who says this. Mirrors are things of wisdom, right? But we don't have Johanna in this list. Let's go ahead and look at page 319. So the person who talks about the importance of mirrors is also Dottie, the missionary, right? The Bible is a great mirror. Let's go ahead and write Dottie. Number 2, which character impressed friends and relatives? Which character was walking around with a mirror trying to show off and make everybody feel impressed with him? It's right over here. Page 317 and 316. Monkey that made a tour of the larger bamboo trees to impress both family and friends. What's the monkey's name? Vunbei. Awesome. Number 3, this character had a flying bob of light flashed in his beady eyes. So beady eyes are like if you look at flies, not flies, but like stuffed animals, they have like eyes that look like beads. So let's look for the character who has beady eyes. I actually underlined it here, beady eyes. So go ahead, pause the video, read this paragraph, and let me know who got the light flashed in his eyes. If you said Lala the tortoise, you are correct. Number 4. This character said to wrap the mirror in a banana leaf and hide it. Who says this? The busy, the hyena. And number 5, splatters banana on Bunbei's face. So like throws the banana on Bunbei's face. Who throws a banana on Bunbei's face? So read this part, pause the video, and write down your answer. Nayani peeled an overripe banana. His hairy arm shot out and wham! He throws it, right? So who throws it? Nayani the uncle. And lastly, this person tells a parable or story with a lesson of a monkey, a mirror, and a red paint. So who tells the story? Dottie again. Great job, guys. I hope you enjoyed this story. I thought this story was super funny. And that is it for reading class. And I will see you soon in spelling. Bye.